JAIHIND, dear children. Today we are going to start a new chapter in politics. Your sixth chapter in political science. Which is that chapter? Yes, it is political parties. Through this chapter, we are going to study in detail about political parties, the need of political parties in a democratic country like India, functions of political parties, necessities of political parties in a democratic form of government, then about the various types of political parties, then about various national parties and state parties, their main ideologies and other features, then the various challenges faced by political parties and also about the reforms taken by political parties to overcome the challenges. All this we want to study in detail in this chapter. So now we are going to study in detail about the political parties. In a country, there are several political parties that stands for the election. The presence of the political parties is actually a healthy situation for the nation. It gives people a choice to make a more evolved and effective decision. Moreover, it drives the other political parties to get better than their competitors to win elections and rule the nation. So this is the main backdrop of political parties. So from this we understand that there is some importance to political parties in a democratic countries and related to the election process, all that. So we want to know what is a political party or what is the definition of a political party. So before studying the definition of the political party, first we want to know the importance of political party in a democratic country like India. A political party is one of the most visible institution in a democracy. Because in a democratic country, the political parties are very important, especially in India, because our country is a vast, diverse country, and our India is having the largest constitution in the world also. So in such a situation, to govern the country in the proper way and to guard all principles highlighted in the constitution, the importance of political parties is always mentionable. So first, we want to know the real definition of a political party or what is a political party. So what is a political party? A political party is a group of people who come together to conduct elections and hold power in the government. So once again, what is a political party? A political party is a group of people who come together to conduct elections and hold power in the government. A political party is basically a group of people. These people come together to conduct elections in order to hold power in the government. It is a way to mobilize voters to support common sets of interest, concerns and goals. So the primary role of the political party is to fix the political agenda and policies. Because a political party is a synonym to democracy in all the visible form. It is a fundamental political division in a society. A political party makes efforts to promote collective good for the society through their policies and plans. It has certain organization, unity of purpose, adheres to constitutional means also. A certain degree of agreement on fundamental principles among the people constituting a political party. But the thing is that these people must be organized. They must seek to achieve their objectives through constitutional means and also aims at furthering the national interest. It seeks to capture political power to enable them to further the public interest. So, a political party has all these characteristic features because to the ordinary citizen, especially in rural areas, for them, these political parties and their members are equal to government. because for these ordinary citizens, especially illiterate section, they don't know anything about our constitution or about our government and their principles. For them, everything belonged to these political parties. They criticize the political parties for their wrong deeds and also appreciate them for their goodness. Then it is very important to ask an important question in this area. Why do we need political parties? Isn't it? What is the importance of these political parties? So before finding out the answer of this question, one thing we want to understand that the broader perspective of a political party is that it is a group of people in which the people can speak to the government and have a say in the governance of the country. So, a political party is a group in which the people can speak to the government and have a say in the governance of the country. So, next, why do we need political parties? Isn't it? That's why why do we need political parties? In short, we can say that we need political parties to put forward different policies and programs, and the voters choose from them. Another important of the political party is that parties play a decisive role in making laws for a country. For that reason also, it's very important to have a political party in our country. Parties form and run government. It is the political parties that form the government and that run the government. So, it's the political parties, we want to give that much importance to political parties. Because of all these reasons, we can say that our election process and at the same time to form government also, we need political parties. We can say that political parties become so omnipresent in democracy all over the world. Political parties' main aim is social welfare. So they agree on some policies and programs for the society with a view to promote the collective good. Political parties seek to implement these policies by winning popular support through elections. Political parties are a part of the society, so they involve partisanship also. So what is the meaning of the term partisanship? It is a feeling of commitment towards a group, party or a fraction. So once again, what is the meaning of the term partisanship? It is a feeling of commitment towards a group, party or a fraction. In a political party, this feeling of partisanship is very important and it always rely among the three main components of the political parties. So who were the three main components of a political party? They were the leaders, the active members and the followers. So once again, who were the three main components of the political parties? Who were the three main components of the political parties? The leaders, the active members and the followers. So what about the leaders? The leaders means those topmost leaders who control the entire party in the proper way. Then the second one, the active members who are there or who are the people who actively participated in the party, but there is no power with them. And the third one is the followers. So the followers means the voters who support a particular party very deeply. For these three components of the political party, the partisanship feeling is very important. So up to here, we studied about the importance of political parties and what is the need of a political party in a democratic country like India. So the next topic we want to study related to the chapter political parties is the functions of political parties. What are the various functions of political party? Political parties are essential for the proper functioning of a representative democracy. They perform vital functions in every political system. So now we are going to study in detail about the various functions of political parties in a democratic country. So the first main function of the political party is to conduct elections. In most democracies, elections are fought mainly among the candidates put up by the political parties. Political parties conduct elections to win the majority and form the government at various levels, such as central level, state and local levels. They select their candidates who conduct the elections as a party nominee in the elections. The candidates are chosen either by the top leaders of the party or by a group of members holding top position in the party. And in some countries such as USA, members and supporters of a party chooses its candidates. But in India, top party leaders choose candidates for conducting elections. So once again, the first major function of the political party is to conduct elections. In most democracies, elections are fought mainly among the candidates put up by the political parties. And political parties conduct elections. Why they conduct elections? To win the majority and form the government at various levels such as central level, state and local levels. They select their candidates who conducts the election as a party nominee in the elections. The candidates are chosen in various ways. In some countries, for example USA, members and supporters of a party choose its candidates. But in some other countries like India, top party leaders choose candidates for conducting elections. The second main function of the political party is that the political parties put forward policies and programs. That means the parties make and support policies and programs according to the various opinions and interests of the people. And it is the voters who choose from them. That means who choose from these varieties of policies and programs. And in democracy, a large number of similar opinions have to be grouped together to provide a direction in which policies can be formulated by the government. This is what the parties do. And the government usually follows the programs of the ruling party. So once again, the second main function of the political party is that the political parties put forward many policies and programs. And the parties make and support policies and programs according to the various opinions and interests of the people. And the voters choose from them. In a democracy, a large number of similar opinions have to be grouped together to provide a direction in which policies can be formulated by the government. This is what the political parties do. And usually, the government follows the programs put forward by the ruling party. Another function of the political party is law making. Even though laws are debated and passed in the legislature or it is framed by the legislative bodies, but all political parties, whether ruling or playing the role of opposition parties in the parliament or in any legislative assembly or local government body, plays a very important role in making the law for the country or for the state or a region. So once again, another important function of the political party is lawmaking. Even though the laws are debated and passed in the legislature or made by the legislative assembly, all political parties, whether ruling or playing the role of opposition parties in the parliament or in legislative assembly or local government body, play a very important role in making the law for the country or for the state or the region. Another function of the political party is to form and run the government. The political party that wins majority in the election forms the government. Such a party called the ruling party. It forms and then runs the government. And the big policy decisions are taken by the political executives that comes from the political parties. Parties recruit leaders, train them, and then make them ministers to run the government in the way they want. So once again, the third main function of the political party or the main function of the political party is that to form and run the government. The political party that wins majority in the election forms the government. Such a party is called the ruling party. It forms and then runs the government. The big policy decisions are taken by the political executives that comes from the political parties. Then these political parties, they recruit leaders, train them, and then make them ministers to run the government in the way they want. Another important function of the political party is the role of opposition, or otherwise known as the role of the opposition parties. The political party that loses the election forms the opposition group or opposition party and plays the role of opposition. Opposition political party keeps check on the ruling party. That was the main objective or aim of the opposition party, is always to keep on check on the ruling party. It criticizes the wrong policies and programs of the ruling government. It makes the public opinion by criticizing the wrong policies of the government. So once again, the political party that loses the election forms the opposition group or the opposition party. Opposition political party keep check on the ruling party. They criticize the wrong policies and programs of the government. They make the public opinion by criticizing the wrong policies of the government. Another important function of the political party is that they shape public opinions, because the political party raise and highlight issues faced by the common people. Parties have lakhs of members and activists spread all over the country. And with the help of the pressure groups, these political parties, they find out the problems of the people also. Parties sometimes also launch movements for the resolution of the problems faced by people. Often opinions in the society crystalline on the lines parties take. So once again, another important function of the political party is to shape public opinion. The political parties, they raise and highlight issues faced by the common people, that means the public, because parties have lakhs of members and activists spread all over the country. And with the help of the pressure groups also, they launched movements for the resolution of the problems faced by the people. And often opinions in the society crystalline on the lines the parties take. The last main function of the political party is that the political parties provide people access to government machineries and welfare schemes implemented by the government. Because political parties make ordinary citizens aware about the various welfare schemes of the government. It is easy for common people to approach their local leaders and be aware about various policies, schemes and its benefits. Ordinary citizens can also vent their grievances to local party leaders with regard to any policy. And party have to be responsible to people's needs and demands. Otherwise, what will happen? The people can reject those parties in the next elections. So once again, another important function of the political party is that the political party provide people access to government machinery and welfare schemes, because ordinary citizens aware about these political parties make the ordinary citizens aware about the various welfare schemes of the government, and it is easy for the common people to approach to their local leaders about the benefits, to understand and to make use of these benefits of these welfare schemes and policies. And if the parties have to be very responsible to people's needs and demands, otherwise what will happen? People can reject those parties, those who are not helping the common people in the next elections. We already complete the topic functions of political parties. Now we want to study the necessity of a political party in a democracy, or the important necessities of political parties. So we cannot think modern democracies without political parties. In case if there are no political parties, every candidate in the election will be independent. No one will be able to make any promise to the people about any major policy changes. The government may be formed, but its utility will remain ever uncertain. Elected representatives will be accountable to their constituencies for what they do in the locality, but no one will be responsible for how the country will run. For example, We know that the non-party based elections to the panchayats in many states, although the parties do not contest formally, it is generally noticed that the village gets split into more than one fraction, each of which put up a panel of its candidates. This is why we need political parties in almost all countries in the world. Political parties agree on policies and programs to promote collective good and influence people to know why their policy is better than others. They try to implement the policies by winning popular support through elections. They reflect fundamental divisions in a society. The absence of political parties would affect a democracy badly. The interest of all the people would not reach the parliament, and therefore some section of people would remain behind the mainstream. They won't get all the welfare measures. So in short, we can say that what is the necessity of a political party? In order to safeguard our country, in order to have unity in our country, the need of political party is very important. And the other thing is that in order to give importance to the policies and programs and to promote collective good, for that reason also the need of political parties or necessity of political party in a democratic country is very important. And the third reason is that if political parties are there, every section of the society, whether it is literate or illiterate, rich or poor, educated or uneducated, upper caste or lower caste, every section will have their own importance and will get all the welfare measures that were given to them by the government. If they are not there, then what happened? They will not, they were always behind the mainstream. So we can see that the necessity of the political party is the need for accumulation, interrelation, and organization of interest of different categories of people. And another necessity is useful for political culture in a country. That means it helps us to have political culture in a country. It also helps for the education of electorates and electoral process. The political parties help the common people to know about the electorates and the electoral process. Diversity of options for electorates in democracy is also developed as a result of the necessity or the importance of political parties. Make policies for the people when in government. The political parties, they make policies, they make good, very effective policies for the people when they are in government or in a governing body. But at the same time, these political parties, they act as opposition when they are not in government. At that time also, they are helping the people. Because of all these reasons, we can say that the political party is very important in a democracy, or these are the main necessities of the political party in a democratic country. Next topic related to this chapter that we want to study is how many parties should we have. So first of all, what is a party system, or what is the importance of party system? Party system is not something any country can choose. It evolves over a long time depending on the nature of society, its social and regional divisions, his history of politics, and its system of elections. These cannot be changed quickly. So once again, a party system is not something any country can choose. It evolves over a long time depending on the nature of society, its social and regional divisions, its history of politics, and its system of elections, and these cannot be changed quickly. Then every country develops a party system that is conditioned by its special circumstances. So on the basis of this, a political party is a body of several persons having similar views of the chief public issues. So keeping on view about all these, we can say that a political party is a body of several persons having similar views of the chief public issues. There are three types of political parties exist in the world. They are one party system, or single party system or monoparty system. Second one, two party system or a biparty system. And the third one is a multi-party system. So there are three types of party systems exist. The first one is one party system or single party system or a monoparty system. The second one is a two party system or a biparty system. And the third one is a multi-party system. So now we are going to study in detail about the merits and demerits, all the advantages and disadvantages of these three types of party system exist in our democracy. So first we are going to study in detail about the one party system or a single party system or monoparty system. So what is a one party system? A one party system or monoparty system means a system in which only one party operates in the political system for various reasons. So once again, a one party system is one in which only one party operates in the political system for various reasons. That means only that a single party is having that much of at most importance. And in this system, there is no opposition party also. In the one party system, whichever country is having one party system, in that country we can't see the opposition parties. For example, China. In China, there is only one party. That means the Communist Party. And no other party is having right to just have power in the country, and there is no opposition party also. So China is the best example of a one party system or monoparty system or a single party system. Next we are going to study about the merits or advantages of a one party system or monoparty system. The first main advantage of a one party system or single party system is that it makes the government very strong and powerful. So once again, what is the main advantage of the single party system? Its main advantages is that it makes the government, for example, the communist government in China, it makes the government very strong and powerful. The next main advantage or merit of the single party or one party system is that the president or the general secretary or the head of the party has complete control over the functioning of the party within nation. It means as nobody, that means no members in the party can dare to challenge the biggest boss of the party. Therefore, complete discipline prevails in the party, government and even in the army. So the second main advantage of the one party system or single party system is that the president or the general secretary or the head of the party has complete control over the functioning of the party within nation. As nobody, for example, the members can dare to challenge the biggest boss of the party. That means nobody is having the right to challenge the head of the party or the president of the party or the general secretary of the party. Therefore, complete discipline prevails in the party, government and even in the army. So we already studied about the advantages or the merits of the one party system or single party system. So next we are going to study about the demerits or the disadvantages of one party system or a single party system. The main disadvantage of the one party system or single party system is that generally under this system the governments becomes totalitarian and it corrupts the rights of the citizens. So once again, under the one party system the governments becomes totalitarian and it corrupts the rights of the citizens. Another disadvantage of the one party system or single party system is that the head of the party acts like a dictator in the country. In fact, democracy does not prevail under such system. That means a democratic form of government is not having importance in this one party system or single party system. History tells us during the period of Stalin, president of former USSR, or the Soviet Union was ruled by Stalin just like a dictator. There was no freedom of press or expression. So all these happened to be in whichever countries where they are following this one party system or a single party system. Next, we are going to study about the advantages and disadvantages of a two-party system or bi-party system. A two-party system or bi-party system is such a political system where there are two major parties and power usually changes between the two main parties. So once again, a political party where there are two major parties and power usually changes between two main parties. Such a political party or party system is called two-party system or a bi-party system. And United Kingdom and United States of America, these two are the best examples of countries having two-party system or bi-party system. Next, we are going to study about the merits or the advantages of two-party system or a bi-party system. The first main advantage of the two-party system is that it always leads to political stability in the country, because this merit we are not having in the one-party system. That merit we can see in the two-party system because it leads to political stability in the country. Another merit of the biparty system or two-party system is that it simplifies the electors' choice. That means the electorate has a very clear choice before them. So once again, another important merit of the biparty or the two-party system is that it simplifies the electors' choice. That means the electorate has a very clear choice before them. In biparty system, each party frames and follows some policies to ensure common good for the people. It is easier to secure balance in the political system. So once again, in biparty system, each party frames and follows some policies to ensure common good for the people, and it is easier to secure balance in the political system. In biparty system or two-party system, the opposition behaves in a more responsible and dignified manner. So once again, another advantage or merit of the biparty system or two-party system is that the opposition behaves in a more responsible and dignified manner in this party system. Next, we want to study about the demerits of two-party system or biparty system. One of the main disadvantage of the two-party system or biparty system is that in this system, the cabinet becomes somewhat despotic in nature. So, the first disadvantage of the two-party system or biparty system is that the cabinet becomes somewhat despotic in nature. Another disadvantage of the biparty system is that the system lacks variety of interest and opinions to enjoy political representation. So once again, another disadvantage of the two-party system is that the system lacks varieties of interest and opinions to enjoy political representation. Another disadvantage of the two-party system or biparty system is that the choice of alternative ideologies and policies is considerably limited in this system. That means in the two-party system or biparty system. So once again, another disadvantage of the two-party system is that the choice of alternative ideologies and policies is considerably limited in this system. Next, we are going to study about the merits and demerits of multi-party system. And this multi-party system is very important in our country because our country is following this multi-party system. So what is multi-party system? Multi-party system is a political system in which if several parties compete to power and more than two parties have a reasonable chance of coming to power either on their own strength or in alliance with others, we call it as a multi-party system. So once again, what is multi-party system? It is a political system in which if several parties compete to power, and more than two parties have a reasonable chance of coming to power either on their own strength or in alliance with others. We call it as a multi-party system. While studying the multi-party system, we are knowing a new term, that is a alliance or friend. So here we want to understand what is the meaning of the term alliance or a friend. So what is alliance? When several parties in a multi-party system join hands for the purpose of conducting elections and winning power, it is called as alliance or a friend. So once again, what is an alliance? When several parties in a multi-party system join hands for the purpose of conducting elections and winning power, it is called as a alliance or a friend. The three major alliances of India were the National Democratic Alliance (NDA) formed by BJP, the United Progressive Alliance (UPA) formed by Congress, and the third one is the Left Front formed by the Communist Parties of India. So once again, the National Democratic Alliance (NDA) formed by BJP, the United Progressive Alliance (UPA) formed by Congress, and the Left Front formed by the Communist Parties of India are the three major alliances of India. Another important point related to this multi-party system is that India has evolved a multi-party system. Why? Because the social and geographical diversity in India, in such a large country, is not easily absorbed by two or even three parties. That's why our India adopted this multi-party system. So once again, India adopted multi-party system because the social and geographical diversity in such a large country is not easily absorbed by two or even three parties. Another reason why India adopt multi-party system is that party system is not something any country can choose, and it evolves over a long time depending on the nature of society, its social and regional divisions, its history of politics, and its system of elections. And when we are comparing everything in our country related to all these ideas, for a country like India, it's better to adopt only the multi-party system. So our India is giving a lot of importance to this multi-party system. So once again, party system is not something any country can choose. It evolves over a long time depending on the nature of society, its social and regional divisions, its history of politics and system of elections. When we are comparing each and every idea related to this in our India, it's better to adopt a multi-party system. Next, we are going to study about the merits of multi-party system. So the first merit of multi-party system is that the government in multi-party system are responsive and accountable to the needs of the people because it enhances the electoral transparency. And for a vast and biodiverse country, multi-party system is best as it represents the voice and opinions of each section of the society. So once again, the first merit of the multi-party system is that the government in multi-party system are responsive and accountable to the needs of the people, and at the same time it enhances electoral transparency. Because for a vast and biodiverse country, this multi-party system is best as it represents the voices and opinions of each section of the society. Another merit of the multi-party system is that it ensures a healthy competition among different parties and prevents the dictatorship of a single party, thereby providing chances for the growth of the nation. So once again, another important merit of the multi-party system is that it ensures a healthy competition among different parties and prevents the dictatorship of a single party, thereby providing chances for the growth of the nation. Another merit of multi-party system is that it affords citizens the opportunity to have as many choices as possible. So once again, a great merit of this multi-party system is that it affords citizens the opportunities to have as many choices as possible. Another merit of the multi-party system is that it allows the minority groups to be represented, because since there are many parties that are formed in a multi-party system, this allows for the minority groups among the electorates to be represented. It also allows for increased political participation by the masses. So once again, since there are many parties that are formed in a multi-party system, it allows for minority groups among the electorates to be represented. This also allows for increased participation by the masses. Another merit of the multi-party system is that it allows the opposition parties to exist, because when there is opposition, it could encourage optimal results. So another merit of the multi-party system is that it allows opposition parties to exist, because when there is opposition, it could encourage optimal results. Next, we are going to study about the demerits of multi-party system. The first main demerit or disadvantage of multi-party system is that in a multi-party system, a single political party often fails to get absolute majority. Therefore, it's forced to form coalition government. And we can say that there is an ideology difficulty in the formation of government also. So, the first main disadvantage of the multi-party system is that in the multi-party system, a single political party often fails to get absolute majority. Therefore, it forced to form coalition government. And we can say that there is an ideological difficulty in the formation of government also. So now we want to study another term, which is that what is a coalition government, which is forming as a result of this multi-party system. So what is a coalition government? A coalition government is one which is formed by grouping together with a number of parties based on compromise and tolerance when no single party wins a majority of seats. So once again, a coalition government is generally formed in multi-party system, and it is formed by grouping together a number of parties based on compromise and tolerance when no single party wins a majority of seats. Another demerit of multi-party system is that a coalition government lacks the solidarity required for effective governance. It cannot formulate coherent and consistent policies. That means good effective policies very easily. So a coalition government lacks the solidarity required for effective governance. This is the second main demerit of a multi-party system. Another important demerit or disadvantage of the multi-party system is that government is unstable and there are no effective opposition parties also. And at the same time, there are defections and indiscipline witnessed in the multi-political parties. So once again, in the multi-party system, the main disadvantage is that the government is unstable and there is no effective opposition parties also. And there are defections and indisciplines witnessed in the multi-political parties. So now just have a quick recall of what we studied in this video. So first we studied about the political parties. What is the need of a political party in a democratic country like India? What is the meaning of a political party? And which are the three main components of political parties. Then we studied about the functions, the various functions of political parties. Next, we studied about the necessity of a political party in a democratic country. Then about how many parties should we have. That means the three types of political parties that we are having that exist in the world itself, that is a one party system or mono-party system or single party system. The second one is a two-party system or bi-party system, and the third one is a multi-party system. We studied about these parties and their merits and demerits also. Then we studied why India adopted this multi-party system. What is the importance of multi-party system in a diverse country like India? So my dear children, please watch the video very carefully, copy down all the important points and read your textbook 3 or 4 times. Okay, thank you.